Today we're going to add a little bit of Roush styling to our 2018 Mustang GT. These heat extractors are factory in the 2018 Roush Mustangs and will fit your 2018 GT or EcoBoost. They're going to install a direct replacement for the factory hood vents, will require a little bit of modification for installation, but add a nice aggressive look and are functional. For this installation, you'll need a 1/4-inch ratchet, 8mm socket, 9mm socket, 1/16 Allen key, plastic pry bar, scraper, center punch, 1/8-inch drill bit, 7/32 drill bit, 1-inch hole saw, drill, heat gun, squeegee, and safety glasses. The first step in the process is to remove the hood blanket by removing all these little plastic clips. Hood blanket off, now you can see the bracket that holds our factory hood vents in place. We're going to carefully push up on the studs. Pull up on the clips to release the hood vent. All right, the hood vent removed. The trim panel from below can be removed. There's a little double stick tape in here, so let's get underneath it. Pull it off. Make sure you get rid of any residual tape on here. This is the part where we have to drill the hood. Now to do that, use the provide template and cut it out. Now what I recommend doing, grab 2 of the studs and the nuts that come with it for mounting tabs and use them to locate this. That'll get it where it needs to go and then tape it in place. Now we've located, we have to punch these holes to drill, but what I'm going to do, just where it's going to be drilled out, let's put a piece of tape on the hood. I'm going to use a center punch to mark the hole. You want to put something in the engine bay underneath the hood before you drill. We just have a piece of plastic in there where those punched holes are. We'll start with our 1/8-inch pilot bit. Okay, now we can remove the template. And when you drill these holes, you want to make sure you actually go through both layers. All right, so once we have the pilot holes drilled with an 1/8-inch bit, now we're gonna grab a 7/32 bit and open them up. And again, go through both layers. Okay, now we're back underneath the hood. What we're gonna do here is this outer hole has to be opened up to a 1-inch hole saw hole so we can put a nut on the stud when we install the new hood scoop. Now make sure here you're only going through this section, not the hood skin. With the holes drilled, you want to put paint or clear coat or something over this so the hood doesn't get damaged in the future. Now if you have touch-up paint, clear is included with it. If not, just go out and buy some clear and just brush it on. Now Roush includes a decal that goes in here basically to black this out so when you look through the vent you don't see the color. So grab some soapy water, just basically clean this area off. Make sure the metal shavings are gone before you do this. This is the included blackout graphic. Obviously this opening here goes around this. So basically soak this area again with some more soapy water and then remove the graphic and spray the graphic as well. Basically line that up. And grab his squeegee, work out the bubbles. All right, now we're gonna use a little bit of heat, allow us to dry this, and get it to fit better on some of the curves. Again, this is underneath the heat extractor, so don't worry about making it perfect. Just try to get it so that it's mostly flat. What we're going to do now is grab your punch, just punch out all the holes where the studs are going to go through. Makes it a little bit easier putting it together later. All right, so we're just about ready to actually mount our heat extractors. Now this part includes these studs. And these studs, the instructions say, basically thread them 10 millimeters down into each of these holes with 22 millimeters protruding. Now what I found, since most of us probably not having to measure that, grab one of these, the little push pins that hold the hood in. If you hold the stud on the side of it like this, and then thread a nut on, it's almost perfectly 10 millimeters. So hold that. Thread the nut until it touches. That's ready to go in the heat extractor. You can start it by hand. Now make sure there's a flat point and a point for an Allen key. Make sure the Allen key part of the stud is facing up. Thread that in, grab your Allen key. Basically thread it down till the nut just barely touches. Thread it off, and repeat the process with the other 5. Now the last step before we can install the extractors is to install the double stick tape. It's going to go on this corner here, on this edge, and then around here, this edge as well. Make sure you get it in enough that you don't see it when it's on the car. Okay, we're ready to install. So what we're going to do now is line up all of our mounting holes. And once you have it started, off these tabs for the tape. Okay, and we're going to install the retaining nuts on the bottom. Nuts in place. Just put a dab of blue Loctite on each one. Then you're going to hand tighten them. If you're looking for a torque spec, it's like 2 foot-pound. You want to repeat the process on the other side, then we can reinstall the hood blanket. The parts at Roush Performance Parts, designed for their Mustangs, always add a really nice touch to any Mustang GT or EcoBoost. These heat extractors look great and they're functional as well. As far as the installation goes, probably about less than 2 hours. Be back on the road in no time.